Two, one. What's going on, Murder Yoga Nation? It's your boy C Tech with another episode of the Grind and Jiu Jitsu podcast. And today, episode 19, I got my boy Jay. I don't if I pronounce it wrong, you're gonna correct me right now. Enoch. Enoch?
Yes, sir, Enoch.
Yes, yes. So Jay Enoch, a black belt from the Orlando area, who's been killing it on the competition scene. Last time I saw Jay, he went against Keith Kokori in that submission grappling series, and it was a hell of a match, such a brawl. So Jay, for those who don't know who you are, please. Well, first of all, welcome to the pod, and second of all, for
Thanks for
those
having
who
me.
don't know who you are, please let us know who you are. Who is Jay Enoch?
My name is Jay Enoch. I've been training for 10 years. So I started in 2013. I've been competing since three months in. It became an obsession pretty quickly. It became an obsession really quickly. I've been in hundreds of matches, well over 200. Um, I fell in love with. I'm most known for my leg locks, so that was early. I fell in love with that early, and I've done fairly well in competition, especially in this area. Um, and then I've traveled all over the United States. God has blessed me with the opportunity to travel and compete. I've had a lot of help. A lot of different people have helped me get to those places, but I've been all over the United States. Hopefully, around the world in the next coming years. I want to try to get out of the U.S. and compete also. So that'd be cool.
Oh, oh, that'll be lit. No, 100%. What, like a
Yeah. So I
quintet or
mean,
anything over there would be
and
lit.
yeah, anything at all would be lit.
Yeah,
I mean, I've done
yeah.
I've done Kasai's, I've done the trials, I did the ADCC Open in Orlando the first time. I got bronze there, and then I didn't. I won two matches in this past one, and then I lost my third one via
Oh,
points.
and the trials?
Yeah, or no, not the trials, the Open. The trials,
Open,
bro.
open.
I messed up. I messed up in the trials pretty tremendously.
Oh boy, what's up? What?
No,
Well, you know what? We're gonna get to that later. We'll
yeah,
get
we
to
can
that
get there.
later.
We'll get there. We'll
We'll
get there.
get
We'll
there.
get
We'll
there.
get
But
there.
just for
We'll
those
get
that
there.
didn't know me, I'm a local. I'm a grappler. I love this. Is what I do.
Fucking, I'm a fucking grappler. And where do
Yeah,
you
I'm a
train out of,
professional.
Jay?
So I train here in Orlando. I train out of Fusion Excel. But my main school also is Gracie Brandon. That's where I got my black belt from under Professor Robbie D'Onofrio.
Us. Us. Yeah, I always see you with the fusion crew. I never assume, you know what I mean? Like, I can't assume just because you have a fusion thing that you're a fusion guy. I
Yeah,
remember the
no,
last time I was
that's
like, oh, you
family,
train at
man.
fusion? Yeah, yeah. I was like, you train at
Yeah.
fusion? And no, I just have it. It was a nice rash. I was like, oh, okay. I feel like I can go there.
Yeah, no, man,
Okay.
that's love, bro. That's love. Julian welcomed me with open arms. He's known me since I was a white belt, and I got
Wow.
nothing but
Okay.
love for them, bro. So it's been a
No,
blessing knowing that guy too. It's crazy to see where he started, to see where he's at now. It's awesome. It's awesome.
that's Liddy. That's Liddy. I know Matt talks about Jay all the time and his pressure, and I have not gotten the opportunity
Guy's a
to
freak,
you know,
bro. He's a freak
yeah,
athlete,
that's
bro.
scary. That's so scary. That's so scary. It's that's beyond. But yo, thank you so much for coming on the pod. And we've been talking for a while about the pod. Then life gets in the way, and then
Of course.
trials was around the corner, competitions was around the corner. So it was all a scheduling thing. But we finally got some time during this holiday break. This might be the last pod for the year. So you know what,
Oh
Jay, I
yeah.
appreciate. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
It's an
I
honor,
really
man.
appreciate you coming on. So Jay, like, what? So when did you start jujitsu? How did you find jujitsu, and what led you to become a competitor in jujitsu?
So I started in June of 2013. So June of 2013 is when I started. I had lost my scholarship because I lost opportunity for a D3 school. Nothing crazy because I played football prior to doing jujitsu. I
Okay.
wasn't very, bro. I was by no means an athlete or anything like expert football. I was never gonna go pro, go to the NFL. Things happen. I lost the opportunity to play, um, and then
What
I
position?
found I was outside linebacker.
Okay,
Outside linebacker.
linebacker.
So I
Gotcha.
lost. I lost the opportunity to play. Um, and then I found fighting. So I mean, it was better that way. I'm very thankful for that because, like I said, it was no full ride scholarship. Like I said,
Okay.
I wasn't about to go play pro or anything like that at all, by no means. I just had good people and good coaches who wanted to see me do better, and then my academics were well. So I was on my way. I was set it up. So I messed up one opportunity, and then God brought another opportunity into my life. So I'm very
Oh no,
blessed
that's awesome.
that had happened. I started at the school in Claremont, and from there, bro, this gentleman named Gino signed me up, and he just showed me that I did not know anything. I was lifting weights at the time, so I was just going. Me and my boy, we would go every morning. We'd lift for hours, and one day, my boy Justin Henslin, shout out to him. I don't know if you've met him or not, but Justin Henslin, he walks in. I was working, and he gives me a business card for a 30-day free trial, and I was like, 30-day free trial, man, why
I'm
not?
in there.
I was like,
I'm
I'm
in
in there,
there.
bro. I've never, I was 18. I was like, why not? I need something else. The weightlifting's not doing it for me. So me and my boy walked in there. Gino beat us up. And then that, it started a miraculous journey. Met one of my best friends in the world. God rest his soul. He passed away, but he's who really made me fall in love with jiu-jitsu. Met the 16-year-old kid beat me up, bro, when I first started. That's how it goes, bro. That's how the story goes, dog. 16-year-old kid, Nicholas Recanati, bro. Little kid, man. Goes in there shorter than me and everything. And you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, all right, cool, 18-year-old, or I'm gonna go out here, testosterone in the air. Kid beats me up. I was like, I never want to feel this helpless again in my life. I was like, I
I
never want to
know.
feel this feeling. I hated it, bro. It was embarrassing. I just kept getting beat up. And what caught me is that no matter what I tried, no matter how angry I got, no matter how much red I saw, this little kid kept taking my back and choking the crap out of me or arm barring me or, doing whatever he wanted, bro. So I looked at my boy and I was like, yo, we got to keep coming back to this, dog. We got to keep coming back here. So sure enough, that's what ended up happening. I got beat up for the first. I didn't catch my first submission for like the first 3 months, man. And when I got my first submission, I celebrated like it was a Super Bowl. And around that same time, around that same time, I was being pushed by Nicholas and Gino and some of the other members. And man, there's so many names. I apologize if while I'm telling my story, I don't drop your name, bro. It's nothing personal, bro. It's okay.
Nothing
Yeah,
personal.
bro. But they wanted me to compete, so I went out and I competed, and I went to Copa. I competed at Copa, which is a local tournament here, and I did well. Um, And after I got my hand raised for the first time, I don't know, bro. I fell in love with it. It was an addiction. It just, it overtook my life. And I'm very, 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 very thankful for it. Because when people say jujitsu saved their life, but I really feel like jujitsu saved my life. I really do. It changed who I was, where I was going, what I was doing. So,
A lot of people don't know out there that the testosterone within our bodies can literally dictate where we go in life. Like if you catch us at a specific time frame where you got all the stress in the world plus elevated testosterone, you might make some mistakes. The rage might take over. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it definitely changes you. So the fact that you were able to find a sport to like literally let go of the adrenaline and the testosterone, it it helps humble you. I think that's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, it helps humble you and then it gives you a sense of belonging. Bro, I've never been into a gym where it's been like one group of just one certain kind of person, only one kind of person. No, it's that, bro. I go to any gym and every kind of person from every walk of life, people who normally wouldn't even hang out or talk to each other in the regular world, are in that gym. And the
Mm.
camaraderie that they build through this sport, bro, it's just you take people out of really dark places, and that's why I love it, man. It's there's nothing but love when you go into a mat, when you go into a proper gym. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking, if you don't feel this way when you walk into your academy, you're in the wrong academy. You're in the wrong school. If you don't walk in there and you don't feel love, support, and I'm not talking about love and support just because you're paying a membership. I'm talking love and support
Word, word,
because you're
word.
really there. Not love and support because, oh my God, thank you for your monthly due. Nah, bro. You should walk into that gym and they should care about your training. They should care
Yeah,
about your competition. I mean, especially because you're giving them your hard work, your sweat, bro. Money is sweat equity, also, bro. You're out there working, so you want to walk into an academy after a long stressful day, and you want to feel like they care about you getting better. You know what I'm saying?
word.
They you feel comfortable leaving your problems at the door because they make you, they make you feel loved. They make you feel wanted there. That's what happens. And I know obviously there's different gym mentalities, but in my opinion, that's how it should feel, regardless if it's a family gym or competition gym. You should feel like your problems don't matter when you're out on that mat, because that's why I love this sport, bro. Because when I'm out there, all I care about is what's happening in that moment, because someone's trying to choke me.
I love the aspect of jujitsu where, yes, it is an individual sport, but there's a team aspect where it it's so. For instance, right? I went to go compete dolo. I went all the way down to Coral Springs to do a competition, and I didn't do as well as I thought I was gonna do. But I went to a competition when I had a few of my teammates there, and I was so relaxed. I was talking. I felt good. It basically like molded my game to where I was so relaxed. I was able to get, I was just able to do whatever my
Hmm.
mind thought of on the mat. I was able to do when I was alone, and I had I'm not gonna say a random, but I had a 10th Planet gentleman coach me, and he doesn't know my game. He doesn't know what I mean, what I'm trying to do, what I'm looking for. So it's like, damn, this feels so weird. I'm so used to Sapito. I'm so used to Sapito calling
Yeah,
shit
right.
out for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Right, right,
used to
right, right,
Dave.
right, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm used to you talking to me like, yeah, I won't hear, hey, he's going for the back. I won't hear that. Watch your back, stupid. And I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Like you have to know how to talk to me to
Right,
coach
right,
me.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? You got to know how to talk to me. And then so you don't realize the team aspect until you join a team that's like your family, and then it just blows up from there.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, that's how it should be, because that competition aspect, having that coach, that is important also. But it's important also that you did go out there dolo and you did build that. That is also vital, because your team should develop you well enough that you can go out there and perform without a coach also, but
Amen.
you need a coach there. You need a coach there because you perform better. I'm not gonna get too far, too far into
Yeah, yeah,
into my past for that. But what I'm gonna say is I've traveled a lot, and I've had no one in my corner a lot, and that was, that helped me grow tremendously, to the point where I've had, there's times where I wasn't even a part of Robbie's team, my coach now, and Robbie would show up to a tournament, and he was the quote unquote at the beginning, right? What you would say random, but you know what I'm saying? He didn't train with me regularly, and I still don't see him as much as I'd like to see him. But when he is in my corner, he plays chess. It's human chess. That's what he's doing. You could hear them calling stuff out. When you have a coach, they should be able to just step up to the table and call stuff out. If you know jujitsu and you study it well, you should be able to call the correct things out. You know,
no, of
so
course.
but I think that was a big growth for you, being able to go by yourself, also going dolo down there. But I have this question for you: did you feel comfortable being around those other jujitsu people though when you went to compete? Even though you had nobody there.
I didn't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with
Right.
you.
See? Okay, perfect.
Like, and you know what? I have to give a shout out once again. I always do almost every single podcast because ever since coming to Orlando, Matt has always had my back. And if it wasn't for the Sunday open mats, where we have random dudes coming in on some, most of them are returnees. Everybody comes in for Sundays, but you
Hmm.
get those random. Like the last time I went, I haven't been back in a while because I have a really hurt rib. It sucks, and mount is terrible. But the last time I was there, there was I say they're new black belts because when I went to Sundays, they were never there when I was there. So
Right.
Matt says, "Oh no, they've been here a few times." I'm like, "I hear you, but I wasn't here probably when they were here, so they're new to me." And I got to roll with brand new black belts and Brazilian black belts at that. And you already know their game is completely different. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like me,
Agreed.
I'm playing a small man's game. I'm inverting. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to fish for
Still
the
catches me
leg.
off guard.
Yeah.
Still catches me off guard, bro. I'm just being 100 with you, bro. It just still catches me off guard, bro. You out here playing that game. Hey, but I feel it, bro. I love it.
Y-
I love
Listen, I call you and Jason the long hair don't care. You know what I mean? Like, cause you guys come in long hair don't care, and like, but not for nothing. Like, you guys have a swag about you guys where it's like, like Matt too. Like, I guess it's just a black belt thing, but not every black belt has it. But like when y'all guys come on the mat, it's like, is he gonna choose me? Is he not gonna choose me? I wonder if he's looking this way. No, no, no. I'm not gonna ask to roll. I'm gonna say, because at the end of the day, I am heavier, and I know I'm way heavier. And you guys are always getting ready for competition. And sometimes you guys really need
it.
to focus on your weight class. To really work your stuff, then go with a OD heavy guy who's, overweighing you by freaking 60, 70 pounds. You know, I mean, there's a gift and a curse. Like, you can learn from it, but are you really getting the full training out of it? So
Well, you
that
should be able to. It just kind of depends on the day and on the day and the kind of the time of the roll. Like I hate rolling, bro. I rarely say no to anybody rolling. I rarely do. And if like, for example, there's times where I'll go to open mat and then I'll have the big dudes want to roll with me after I've rolled with absolutely everybody, and I would rather not, but I still say yes because those are the moments that are essential for me. Why? I do it because I don't want to do it. I roll with these people because I don't want to, because I know that their pressure is uncomfortable. So most people don't roll with the big guys because they're uncomfortable and they don't want to deal with it. I don't care. I like a long time ago, I let go of this guy's tapping me, this guy's putting me in a bad spot, this guy's putting me here. I don't care about training. I do care about training, but I don't care about what positions I'm putting in training. For me, training is like vacation. Training is fun to me. I really
Mhm.
thoroughly, I really enjoy it, man. I know people say training shouldn't be fun. No, it's training. No, bro, I love it. Like I really do enjoy what I like. I really do enjoy what I do. Like I enjoy training. Like right now I hurt myself. I had a match with Max Hansen that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to fly up to Kentucky. Shout out to Kumite. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to do that. It's the first time I've ever pulled out of a match in 10 years. So,
Wow.
but I injured
Wow.
myself the week of. It was even, bro, it was a non-jujitsu injury, bro. Like I was
Oh,
working. It
wow.
was at work, bro. It was at work, and messed my ankle up. Went and got X-rays and everything. I should be back in a couple weeks. Should be okay. Should be good to go. Start training and rolling again. But that was really difficult for me. Because bro, I love this. I'm going crazy just not training. I don't mind rolling with anyone, bigger people, whatever. Most people are bigger than me, bro. I've
Yeah.
competed at
Yeah. Yeah.
145.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
compete at 155 right now. Like right now, I'm like a 165, 170 is what I'm weighing. But I've competed in every weight class. You have to learn how to roll with every body type. And most importantly, especially as a black belt, you have to be able to learn how to teach to every body type. And I feel like I can't teach to every body type if I don't train with them. So if I don't have that experience, like I feel like I'm at a detriment to my students because I'm 29 years old, brother. I want to compete as long as God allows me to compete. But afterwards, I want to be efficient. And I want to continue to be an efficient teacher. I want to pass this down because what this feeling and I know you could relate, this feeling that jujitsu gave me, I want to share that with everyone. I
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
people's first. I want to be a child's first experience with jujitsu and get them excited about martial arts. And maybe they end up going and being a champion, or maybe they end up going and opening their own school and continuing to pass down that feeling. And as long as you're not teaching that watered down karate mojo jojo stuff, I'm cool. I'm good with it. I'm good. No offense to all y'all karate people. Don't get upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because some karate is useful. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it or
Yeah,
pretend I'm
yeah,
some kind
no,
of expert.
no disrespect for the other martial arts. We love you. It's a little shits and giggles. It's normal banter. It's like Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You know how they all, they're all military branches, but they all have one up on the other. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? I lost you for a second.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Your camera is fro. You're
Okay, perfect.
you're
Yeah, I
good. You're
lost you
good.
for a second. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
All right, perfect.
You can still see me. You can still hear me.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right. Awesome.
But yeah, no, and as for the aura, bro, you should always ask, bro. And I really appreciate that you said that, though. That you said that there's an aura that Matt, and that's I take that as a compliment. Because I don't really think like that. I don't really think about it like that. I'm just showing up to train, but that's just a detriment, a testimony to how hard those guys train. Because some people do give off that aura when somebody real deal trains, right away.
Uh, I so the last time I was there, there was a new blue belt who just came to the open mat, and
Hmm.
he picked me for his first roll. Slap bump, and I said, "Yo, let's just have a good time. Let's have a good time." From my first collar tie to me pulling guard and pulling rubber guard, he looks up at me while I'm literally in lock. I mean, in rubber guard mission control,
Hmm.
and he looks up at me and he goes, "You're not a blue belt, aren't you?" I'm like, "No, man." And he goes, "Oh shit." And he knew he was in the world of hurt, but I personally, if I know that like I like how black belts gauge it. I like how I think I'm in that black belt mentality when it comes to, like, if you know you far superior to your training partner, why destroy everything about him? You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, you let him play a little bit, maybe not too much, but you
How
let
else are
him
you gonna
work.
get better? Because what happens when you go to a room where there's no black belts? I
You
mean, there's days.
fucking
I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. Everybody has those days where, like, if they're the best in the room, they want to go in there and beat everybody. But it's just like, I don't get joy out of easily, unless I'm in competition, bro. That's the only time that I get joy out of it. Like, I'm telling
okay.
you, it's different. It's just different. I enjoy competition so much when you're leaving it all out there. When I'm doing training, it's different, man. You have to be able to put yourself in bad spots, because if not, you're never gonna be. You're not playing chess at that point. That's
I was
like
shitting bricks. I was shitting bricks on submission grappling series. I ain't gonna.
Oh, I
That was
love
my
that, bro. I love that show
that,
so much, bro. That is
that
honestly,
was my
bro.
first. uh, That
I
was my
love that
first
show,
match.
bro.
It's been like my last super fight was, I'm gonna say, at least 5 years ago.
Bro, I
You,
I got so much love for Jada
of
and
course, shout
Mitchell
out
and
to Jada.
everybody involved in that, and Jason, bro. Like their family, that's real. That's real deal love right there. They put me on there multiple times. That last match with Keith Krikorian, man, it was a lot of fun, bro. I'm disappointed that it didn't turn out how I wanted it to turn out, and I would love to run that back. That is something that I'm training for. I'm training for the opportunity. Not that that's a call out or anything, because I care about the guy. The guy's cool, man. The guy's cool. The guy's cool. The guy's cool. The guy's cool. That's just the competitor in me. Listen, the competitor in me is
Yeah,
never gonna
yeah,
get, like,
yeah,
if I
yeah,
the competitor
yeah.
in me is never gonna get over something that I haven't accomplished. Like when I have an opportunity to do something, if I fell short, the competitor in me is just not gonna forget that. Not on some I don't let it go. It's just that's just the nature of who I am. I'm just gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna keep competing until God tells me it's time for me to not compete no more. So that's just how it is. But I just love that I had the opportunity to do it on a show like Submission Grappling Series, bro, because they deserve to blow up. They deserve to go through the ceiling because
I
they
hope.
have
I
good
really
energy,
hope. I really hope.
bro. They always put on fire matches. Every age group, it doesn't matter who goes in there, bro. They put on bangers. They do.
the
They do, man.
only the the only strife, and it's not really a strife, is just a suggestion
Right.
and they probably heard this a million times. It has to be one full round of overtime. It can't be a half of a round. Half
I
of a
mean,
round
but you know what
is
you're
it.
signing up for.
No, no, no.
That's
I
like
hear
a
you. No, I hear you. I hear you. I 100% hear you. But the whole, if you're using EBI overtime, it has to be at least
Hey, look, bro, I
one
agree. The
full
second
round.
match, the
Just
second
one.
match of submission grappling series, I went against Colin Taylor, and he escaped my armbar in overtime, and it was only one round, so I ended up losing that match. Now, do I feel like I
No,
lost
that's a
that
half a
match?
round. It's not even one round.
Exactly,
That's a
exactly,
half a
exactly.
round.
Do I feel like I lost that match? No, bro. Like,
No, no.
like, but I know what I signed up for. So yeah, I lost the match, dog. you know,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
I'm
get
with it.
submitted.
No,
Any
I'm
match
with
that I
you.
don't get submitted,
I'm with
I'm
you.
not, in my head that like. But moral, hey, I'm gonna quote Jay-Z: "Moral victories are for minor league coaches." So,
Ooh,
I don't,
bang.
I just, no matter how much they didn't submit me, they didn't submit me, so it's not a real win. Nah, bro, I lost. So it's about learning how to deal with them losses too, because those every single loss that, bro, there's times where I've lost and some of those moves became prominent in my game. There's times where I've been caught by people and then I go and I'm like, wow, that was incredible. I'm gonna add that to my repertoire, and then I end up catching people with it, or I end up doing. It's all about growth. It's about learning how to win and lose. But
Yeah,
so
I gotta get out of this one
like I
fast.
said, that half EBI overtime thing, yeah, that sucks to an extent. But bro, it's exciting, dog. It's
Yeah, just
exciting.
two. I'm just saying, Jada, if you're listening, if you hear this one, just add 2 more minutes. Okay. Look at me.
I
Look
agree.
at me.
Add two more.
Just two more minutes, not
Two
just
more.
one whole round, just one
Two
whole
more.
round of overtime, and let it be. Just that's it. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say
And
because
Jada, I'll do a better job of finishing people in regulation, so you don't have to worry about getting to overtime. So we'll
oh
we'll get there. Let's just get better.
yeah, and I have to shout out to Keith. Keith is been the homie for so many years now. We go way back to Cali, where I used to train with at his same school for a fucking a year and a half type shit. So it was,
Yeah, it's one
and
of my
he
favorite
came
matches to
down.
date. I've been
He's
watching him
he's he's
compete
just
for a long time.
he's a monster.
Some of the more exciting matches I've seen, bro. I was at trials. I've watched him at trials every time that I've been there, also. So, um, bro,
He's a
we got some
monster.
good
He's a
grapplers over
monster.
here, dog.
He's a monster. I'm just happy that now he's like kind of like coming to Florida a little bit more, you know what I mean? So it's like, hey, like now he's getting more submission grappling series, or he's jumping on the one with Star Lord. What was his
Sapatero, bro. Hey, that's shout out
Capatero.
to Sapatero
Capatero.
too, bro. Cause I got nothing but love for Josh. That's one guy right there. Without Josh, I might not have gotten half of the opportunities that I got. He helped me out tremendously, man. Josh, I got nothing but love for Josh Leduc, the whole Tampa network, bro. Josh Leduc is part of the reason. Josh Leduc, Ian Murray, and Robert D'Onofrio are the reason after I left my original school that I chose to go over there. They showed me nothing but love, nothing but support, bro. If I message Josh and say, "Yo, I'm healthy, I'm ready to go, I'm training for ADCC, bro. Can you get me a match?" Josh will get it done, bro. He will get it done, and what he's done for the jiu-jitsu community in Florida, also, man, and I've done a lot of shout outs on this podcast, bro, but I'm a fanboy for jujitsu, and I'm a fanboy for the people that are making an impact in the community, bro, because I just want
Yeah,
the sport to
yeah,
blow up. I just want the
yeah,
sport to blow up, because if it blows up, that's good for me too, because attention is currency. So
yeah. Any news is good news.
exactly, bro. And bro, do you see the athletes that he's bringing that are coming to Florida now to compete in these different
Yeah.
events? It doesn't get better than that. It really
No,
does not. And and I'm excited for
it really doesn't.
2024, bro. I'm gonna be attacking. I'm gonna go compete in IBJJFs. I got the trials that I'm doing in April. I'm gonna be competing hard again in 2024. God willing, I stay healthy. I feel good. Rebounding. Like I said,
West Coast,
29.
right? West Coast
Yeah,
trials.
West Coast trials. I think he said something about. Don't quote me, but I think he said something about the first week of April or somewhere around April is when they wanted to do that. I'm not
Okay.
100% certain,
Okay.
but
No, that's lit. I
that
know
gives me plenty
Micah.
of time.
Micah's gonna do the trials. He's going for trials. He's gonna try to go for it,
I
and not
like
for
that I
nothing. I
go to either Jersey or Vegas and I see so many people from our area over there now. That's what
Yeah,
I love.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, even
One
people that
one
I've
day,
coached going out there. So that's
I think I'm gonna give myself one more year before 40 to like really, because I got to get out of this weight class. Is this weight class is super detrimental to my jiu-jitsu in general. You know what I mean? Even submission grappling series, we were so close in weight, but the 6'3" body type is just it's towering. And it's like
but you're on
even
the way,
though,
bro, from where I've met you to now.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Please,
yeah,
bro. You're
yeah.
you're not even the same person. You're really
Yeah,
not
no,
even the
it
same
is
person.
different. I'm triangles now, you know what I mean? I'm hitting triangles now. Who would have thought, you know what I mean? So,
What do you
but
got to say? So what do you have to say to the people that are struggling or thinking about getting into jujitsu, but are insecure about how heavy they are, or they're using their weight as a I hate to say using their weight as a crutch because everybody has a different situation. Because part of me is like, because I used to be 215, bro. I used to be a fat boy. So there's part of me that's like, yeah, suck it up and do it. But then there's the other part of me that other people do have certain situations. But what would you say to that person that's nervous about getting into that? Because you've done, bro, your journey alone is an inspiration, and is a journey.
I'm gonna say this, and you probably will 100% get it. Your jujitsu becomes better if you start heavier because you learn the big man's game. See, when you're small, you can never learn the big man game because no matter how much you learn the big man game, you were never a big man to know how it really is to put that pressure on somebody or to put that weight on somebody that they're like suffering, you know? So when you're a big guy and you learn how to do it with your body big and then you get small, you start to feel like I'm in the same position. I know I'm doing it right because I've done it all the time.
Hmm.
And now if it, so I just feel like it makes your jujitsu better. But the curse is since you only learn the big boy moves, now it's time for the learning curve because most of the time I'm not gonna say it's a misconception, but it depends on the school you go to. No, they big guys don't train legs. I do. You know what I mean? So I'm at an advantage because I always wanted to learn the small mag game because I hated to be the biggest man in the gym and everybody run away from me. I hated it. I hated it. I
One
want
day
to
you're
be
gonna be
so
the small guy that everyone runs away from. That's where you're going.
hey, your words to God's ears. Um but I will say that listen, if you're heavy and you're thinking about doing jujitsu and you're afraid that your jujitsu is going to suffer because you're big, no, like take that out of your mind. The first step of losing weight is going to the gym at the end of the day, whether it's heavy weights or whether it's jujitsu, whether it's boxing. Listen, go in there and just know that there's a learning curve to anything that you do. You're not going to play Call of Duty and you're going to drop 25 kills. It's impossible. I know it's impossible. I used to be a professional. I got this Call of Duty. I'm getting 4 or 5 kills in Warzone. The end. You know what I mean? Like it's not the same. There's a learning curve. It takes time, and that's what I think. A lot of in this day and age, our civilization is so used to doing everything fast and the fast pace in the fast lane. And then they start to notice that there's so many holes in their jujitsu. I had so many holes in my jujitsu because I always traveled across the country and I never got to learn a full system. But by the grace of God, I'm here in Orlando. I ain't going nowhere. I'm chilling. I'm
Well, that's
chilling.
good because you're doing well here, bro. And I would say that the decent method you practice is better than the perfect method you quit. So I always tell people, bro, I start with clients that are like that come in and they're like overweight and they can't do it, bro. First of all, I share my story, bro. It starts with walking. Go walk. Stand up and base. Bro, tell them to sit down and stand up and base 50 times. See if they're not sweating.
Yeah.
Literally just stand up and base. Get up, and what do I do? Get back down. Do it again. Why? You're learning the proper basic body mechanics, and it's as simple as that, bro. It's as simple as that. That's all it took for me to start, bro. When I walked in my first day, I wasn't learning arm bars and stuff. You know what? I was learning how to shrimp. I was doing a forward roll. I was learning how to roll. I didn't know I didn't roll. I didn't know how to roll. I didn't even know I didn't know how to fall down. I didn't know I didn't know how to fall down the right way. I didn't know that my stance was ridiculous. Bro, my wrestling is still subpar. You know what I'm saying? And it's been 10 years. I'm in jiu-jitsu, you know, I still feel like there's so much that I need to learn. Bro, Keith out wrestled me, bro. I've been out wrestled by a ton of people. That's just the most recent guy to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying I got holes in my game too. It's a constant growth. It's a
Yeah,
constant growth. And I love it.
yeah. So now think talking back on your match. Let's go back to the match in general. So
Hmm.
like wrestling is an animal in itself. You know, the difference between jiu-jitsu and wrestling is wrestlers are groomed to be brutal. Like I just feel like their training regimen, their drills, everything is made to exhaust you over the point of exhaustion and more. You know, and I feel like jujitsu, the main difference of jujitsu is our training is we go hard. I mean, we do our warm ups and we get a nice sweat for about 20 minutes, and then it's
Warm
rolling.
ups.
And sometimes warm ups, warm ups.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're a purple belt and above, it might be warm up. There's no ups.
As in one.
No, one. It's one. You know, you get two moves in and it's ready to roll. You know,
Right.
um, so like in the aspect of just working out in general, it's just jiu-jitsu is a slower pace. It's a lot more finesse, I would say, but that's why we sometimes get have trouble with wrestlers because they're
For
constantly on the
sure.
foot on the forward motion, forward motion, forward motion. And jiu-jitsu, we're on our back, so we're always going back motion, back motion. So it's like we don't go forward enough to where
But
we
here,
put them in the back
but you
position.
said it. But you hit it right on the head. And this is one of my favorite parts of switching to of one man where I went before. I'm not gonna talk about it, but like it's great. I'm thankful for what I learned and where I did. But the biggest thing when I switched that I learned, Julian drills, Robbie drills. You wrestlers, they drill, bro, and that's drillers make killers. And that is why jujitsu guys get overwhelmed. I'm guilty of this too, bro. I'm guilty of it too because it's not a mentality you just switch over, bro. It's not something that just clicks right away. You know, I've just been like I that's just my personality. I've always been aggressive, so I love it. I love the grind. I love that difficulty. I'm gonna keep talking crap to you while you're while we're in the heat of the moment. I don't care. I love it. Like I'm here for it. You know, but you hit it right on the head, bro. Wrestlers get overwhelmed because it's different. They train different. It is in a mentality that is just instilled, bro. They don't skip warm ups. Wrestlers don't skip warm ups, bro.
Their warm-ups is their rounds.
Facts, bro. They continue to go nonstop. So, hey, but that's just grapplers in general at some point, right?
But of course, once again, it's the yin and the yang. So yeah, their pressure, their forward motion, their gas tank is outrageous. But the part that they do lack, and I'm not gonna say lack, but it's just submission awareness. They're
Yeah,
used
that's
to
my
pinning.
favorite
They're
part.
not.
See,
They're
that's
used
when
to
we get there.
pinning.
Hey, I just gave them the salute. I gave them their flowers. I gave their wrestlers their flowers. But my favorite part is that you could still be a D1 wrestler and you could go up against some guy who's just sitting there burning all day long and get caught 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And he's got no cardio, but in 6 minutes, you just got tossed around like you got put in a dryer, bro. So,
I mean, look, like let's look at Mason Fowler and Nicky Rod. You know what I mean? Like Mason is seasoned wrestler and black belt in jiu-jitsu. He is 100% the
mhm.
like I'm gonna say I always put Mason Fowler on the same pedestal as Gordon Ryan. I don't care what anybody says. I know Gordon hasn't lost and blah 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 blah. When was the last time you saw Mason Fowler take a hard L? Thank you. It's not you haven't seen it because Mason Fowler doesn't lose, and if he does lose, it's by the skin of his teeth.
But
That's how
Mason is
good he
not
is.
Gordon.
I'm not saying that he is, but Mason
It's
does
like
things better than Gordon, and just like Gordon does some stuff better than Mason, you know,
that's different tools, different
different
weapons for
tools.
different cases.
Different tools, but then also the Nicky Rod. Now you have, and what's really cool about the Nicky Rod story is just one, his background is wrestling. You know, he was a wrestler, and he jumped into jiu-jitsu, and within 2 years, he's already beating people at black belt. 2 years. So their wrestling fundamentals mixed with jiu-jitsu is championship caliber.
Agreed.
Championship caliber when we have
No question there.
we have hundreds of thousands of competitors in jiu-jitsu, but the wrestlers who change into jiu-jitsu, it's another animal. It's
You
just
still
another
think
animal.
we have hundreds of thousands of people doing jujitsu?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hundreds and thousands all over the world. All over the world, yeah,
Okay, you're
hundreds and
right.
thousands.
Right.
Out of what, 6 billion people in the world, it's only 100,000. I'm gonna say
That's
a
a,
100,000.
that's
It's
crazy to
a
think
needle.
about. That's
It's a
crazy to
needle.
think about, bro.
We're jiu-jitsu, we're a needle in a haystack, papi. A needle in the hay. Yo, Jay, you Boricua?
Yeah, I'm half Cuban, half Dominican, bro. I
Half
was born in
Cuban, half
Miami.
Dominican.
Yeah.
Oh, que la vaina with a little bit of
¿Qué lo
cubano
que?
sawi.
Lo
Dame un cafecito, papi. Dame un cafecito.
Oye, Cere, que tú.
Celia, Celia. Okay, all right. So
Yeah, no,
Cuban and
bro.
Dominicano. Okay,
Yeah,
no. So
and I'm raised by the Cubans. The Dominicans weren't around that much.
okay, okay. And I'm Boricua, but I was born in the Bronx,
Hey,
raised in the Bronx.
all my friends are Puerto Rican and from up there, dog. It's wild to me. All my friends are either Puerto Rican or from New York. I don't.
It's something about the New Yorkers. Like some people can't stand us, and some people can't live without us.
Y'all are
We're their
hilarious.
entertainment. We're their
Y'all are hilarious, and y'all
entertainment.
got good food.
Facts,
You know what I'm saying?
facts. I want to
Hey,
open up a bodega. I want to open up a bodega so I can make bacon, egg, and cheese every day for everybody to enjoy.
bro,
That's what I
I had a chopped cheese for the first time. Yo, you go to this place, dog. Bro, you go to this place, dog. Listen to me. Listen to me. In Orlando, bro, because I went up there and I had my first chopped cheese, dog. I went up to New York. I went by myself to go compete in pans.
okay.
It was Nogi pans. And I went up there and I was by myself. I went up and I think it was in the was it in the Bronx or Brooklyn? I don't know, but I competed up there at the school. I walked back down. You know, I took the subway. Got off at this place. I had a chopped cheese though.
Do you remember what stop it was on the train?
I don't remember what stop it was,
What
but
train? What train was it? Do
oh
you know the
my
number
god.
of the train?
I
No?
don't remember that, but
Okay. All right.
I do remember the taste. I do remember it blew my mind. And then, bro, there's a place here in Orlando. There's a place here in Orlando, and it's the only other place I've ever had an experience with the chopped cheese is delicious. It's called Orlando City Deli, dog. Orlando City Deli. Okay, it's over by the Orlando City soccer stadium.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's over by all that stuff over there. Listen to me, dog. Chopped cheese, that guy, bro. The when I threw Primordial with my boy Ant, we had plenty of sponsors. Shout out to Anthony Ramos. You know, deep in the Fabine Rose community, shows mad love. Shows mad love to my student also. Mad love to me. My co CEO, co creator, co starter of Primordial, the event that I did. We are looking to start again in 2024. I'm not gonna get
Oh,
too far into
oh,
that now because
uh,
we got some
we're gonna
stuff
do it.
that we need to discuss.
But
But shout out
I
to
like that
him.
you sprinkled a little bit on the Grounded Jiu Jitsu podcast. Get your news here,
Yeah.
bitches.
Yeah, hey, I'm just letting you know, we got some stuff getting together, hopefully some sponsors. So bro, I see these jujitsu guys doing big things. It gets you excited. I want to make sure I do what I can for the community also, just making sure I take care of my stuff on my personal end. But bro, Orlando City Deli, they helped me out. They were one of the people, they made food and they were serving chopped cheese at my tournament. and they were so good, bro. They're so good. So yes, y'all people in New York, dog. Y'all funny and y'all got good food and good training. So what more can you want? What
And
more
you
can
know
you want?
what? New York food is like cojito on Sundays. Everybody's a different flavor,
And it's good.
and it's good.
And it's
And it's
good.
good.
Cause I love
Unfortunately, I
Cogito,
cannot
bro.
eat. Unfortunately, I cannot eat a chopped cheese. My I have
Boo.
gout. I have gout. So
I'll
you
eat
know
it
what
for
gout
you.
is? You know what gout is?
My grandfather had gout.
So I've had gout since I
That's
was
painful.
23 years old. 23 years old.
Oh,
I have
God
it right
bless you,
now.
bro.
I have it
God
right
bless
now
you,
as we
bro.
speak.
My grandfather
Um,
said it was painful, bro.
it's the word. I wouldn't even give it to my worst. That no, scratch that. Fuck them. No, they can have it. Um, you
Oh
hate
man.
me. I hope you get gout, bitch.
Yeah.
Um, um, no, but with the gout, I gotta watch what I eat, and I went. It's fucking Christmas. Arroz con gandule, the pernil.
Oh, bro, don't
We
even get
had
me started,
everything.
bro.
And since we had everything, and then of course the whiskey, and me, I love my whiskey, and it's
It's
just a bad
delicious. Hey,
mezcla. It's a bad
I
mezcla.
don't even want to
But
see a scale right now. I'll tell you that. I don't want to see a scale because I know I gotta
I've
get
been
back on
good.
track.
I've been good. I've been intermediate fasting for 16 hours. So my first meals are at
16.
3 p.m. My first meals are at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So I have about two straight meals and then like fucking pistachios or peanuts or whatever
When's your
just to
last
hold
one?
me down. My last one is before 8.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
today it was before 7. So I'm probably gonna have a 17-hour fast. Um,
What a beast.
yeah. I'm trying out here. I gotta do different things since I can't be as active as I want. Every time I lift the weight, I feel my rib. Every time I pull guard or I lift my right leg up, my rib hurts. Now I have gout, so
Rib
I'm
injuries
definitely
are a pain
can't.
in the ass, bro. I feel that.
Dude, it's been 3.5 weeks, bro, and it still sucks. Like I went to the chiropractor to crack my back, and then just him putting pressure on my back. The rib it's in the front. It's in the front right here, like that top rib, like right under your tit rib. And he pushed down on my back, and my front rib just couldn't handle it. I couldn't even get adjusted. So it's like it's fucking trash, bro. Like if it literally fucks up, if it makes me feel like I'm fucking up everything, even though I only gained 3 pounds from the food and the drinks and then more food, but
Yeah.
it's fucking me up. I
Hey,
gotta
but
get better.
remember, bro, don't overthink it also, because we're humans. As humans, we're gonna stack. We're gonna stack, and it's easy to stack negatively. It's easy to stack negatively because when you think one negative comment or one negative thing, your mind is automatically gonna start to go, in that direction. Oh, I'm not doing this. Oh, but then this is doing wrong. But then this is going wrong, and I can't do this, so I can't do this, and then this is affecting this, and I can't do that, and I can't do this. You have to be able to stop that. So the author that I read it from, I'm gonna butcher his last name, Dean G, Dean Graziosi or something like that, right? He told me about the success loop. See, it was incredible. Again, you look it up, success loop. It's either him or Mr. Hardy, but he talks about how we stack, right? So we stack negatively. You have to once you realize that you're doing that, you need to stop and start stacking positively, and because that's gonna hinder our growth, bro. Like, how many people get thrown off of their grind because something like this happens to them, and they're like, "Oh, but I was doing so well, but then this happened, and then I just never went back."
Yeah,
The
you
reason
go in
that
the
you didn't go
downward
back is
spiral.
because you started stacking, and you started saying, "Oh, you can't do this because one thing fell off," and that happens to a lot of people, bro. So it's cool that it's not happening to you, bro. It's cool
No,
that you're able
no.
to stop
I
that
can
in your tracks.
I have the body that if I drink a milkshake, my ass jiggles for a week. So I so I have to stay away. Like I really try to stay away for anything that can deter my progress dramatically. Now, am I gonna not have a chocolate chip cookie? Fuck you. Yes, the fuck I
Yeah,
am.
yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
dead
eat that
ass.
chocolate chip cookie. But am I gonna eat 7 chocolate chip cookies? No. I'll probably eat 2 and be super satisfied. Let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a birthday party. You give me a piece of cake. All right, I'll eat the fucking cake. But I'm only gonna have one slice. You know what I mean? Like everything I do is in moderation. Like if I don't eat all day, now I know I have 2,000 calories to kill. This meal is only gonna be 700 calories. I can eat that. It ain't too crazy. And then I'll just have a little something. Just instead of a whole meal later, I'll just have a half of meal later, and I'm good to go. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna stay under my calorie count. Like that's what I'm so focused right now. Like I want to compete so bad. Like I just want to compete before I'm 40. I'm 37, Poppy. I'm 37. You know what I mean? Like I'm right around the corner to that body not being able to hold up as much unless you're on TRT like Cyborg. Um,
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
God.
You know what I mean?
Hey, but hey, he's competed late. Hey man, but hey, look at other people though, bro. Look at Master Dennis, bro. I don't know if you follow him or not, bro. IBJJF. He's older, bro. He's competing in masters. He competes all the time. He's in fight sports. He was a very big influence, someone I looked up to a lot coming up because I originally started with a fight sports affiliation, and then broke off from that. Um, I'm not even gonna ruffle that sand, but because the jiu-jitsu community, we're doing a good job of standing together on that, and but I just chose not to even deal with it because I have my viewpoint on it, on just for morally, and I just wanted to stay away from the whole situation because I don't have enough facts, and I was like, this is overwhelming, so I'm gone. I was like, this is overwhelming. I'm not even down there. So why are people asking me stuff like I would know?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
bro, they've been nothing but nice and respectful, and grinding, and but bro, there's plenty of people down there that run the masters divisions. They just go out there and they keep competing, bro, and you don't need
Oh no,
TRT
they're
to do
good.
it.
Actually, my first win competition was versus a blue belt from Cyborg, and he was coaching him. Dude, I was blown away. Like, oh my god, Cyborg is
That guy
coaching.
feels like a glacier. Cyborg feels like a glacier is on top of you,
He
and there's
is a
nothing you
glacier.
could
He's
do,
a
bro.
fucking boulder.
There's
He's a
nothing you
boulder.
can do, dog. It's so. I mean,
But that's
unless you weigh his size, unless you're his size, bro.
I'll give you this. He is one of the definitions of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Like, it's different. The Brazilian game is different. There's so much more pressure. There's so much more physicality. Like, that, I will say, the difference between like American Jiu Jitsu, or I'm just say Jiu Jitsu that's been a little watered down because we want to keep people paying those membership fees. Um, like American Jiu Jitsu is just slightly watered down to the way that the Gracies used to do. The Gracies used to fucking fuck each other up, hard body, on a daily basis. Like that's how they learn. And that's why when they went into the ring, they were so savages because they're so used to being savage.
No,
It's like, oh,
100%, bro. Listen, think
yeah,
about when I started jujitsu. Think I started in 2013. So who's the world champion for ADCC? Cyborg.
yeah, yeah,
That's my first experience. That's my first exposure. Cyborg is my first favorite grappler. He was my first, bro. I'm talking like I would drive down there several times. I would go to the pro training, being part of the teams. I would go down there and I would train with these guys, and the intensity in rooms like that is there. You know,
yes, yes,
so
yes. Yeah.
I've been around. I've watched it grow in the last 10 years. Him, Wagner, all those guys. Like I looked up to them, and I looked up
I
to,
love Wagner. I love
bro.
Wagner. Like I love Wagner more than I should.
Bro,
You know what I mean? Like,
Wagner is so good, bro. He was so good for so long. You know, he did good, and he's just a dominant force. The attitude that he brings. Some people like say he's rough around the edges, bro. I that guy has been nothing but nice. You know, nice to me. He trains. He's never said no to training. He always gives you a word. Always talks to everybody. His kids are monsters.
yeah, yeah.
It's been pretty cool watching
I've
them
seen
go
his
from
daughter.
young kids. Yeah,
I've
bro,
seen
especially
more of the
Jasmine and
daughter.
Achilles,
Yeah,
bro.
Jasmine. Yeah,
I've seen Achilles more
Achilles.
as he's grown up, but I watched Jasmine a lot compete. You know, because I've coached. I've coached also, so I'm coaching and I'm watching all the kids divisions and stuff like that, bro. So, um, Damn, bro. Florida's got some has had
Yeah, yeah,
some
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they've
yeah.
had some heat
It's
for a
just
minute.
the only problem is with Florida is that we break up Florida into different sections. And I think that's where Florida. So, I come from New York. So everybody
Mhm.
from New York, it's New York Jiu-Jitsu. Like it's New York. I went to Cali, it's Cali Jiu-Jitsu. They do things differently. Over here, I feel like everything is separated here. Like there's so I guess since everything is driving distance, everything is just so far in Florida where or Miami's 4 hours away. Like the culture in South so I trained in Miami for a year and a half with
Mhm.
Daniel Perez um in South Florida and Kendall,
Okay.
the Damian Maya spot.
Okay.
And great jujitsu, but it was a different vibe than what I would say Cali was, or a different vibe than what New York was. But then I went to Pembroke Pines and I trained there, totally motherfucking different vibe. And I was just like, God damn, hold on. Like I went from a Cuban black belt to a Brazilian black belt, and this is whoa, like this is crazy. Like this is super different. Like I just feel like Florida is just so broke because you got the Tampa, then you got the Orlando guys, then you have the Miami guys, and then you have all the little sectors, that's a little bit outside of those realms, and that's it. Like that's what we got.
What was your first exposure then to like a different game? Like to a lower body game because I know you've been training for a while also. So you could testify to how much the culture has shifted in such a little amount of time. What was your first exposure to a gym that did bring you those different styles? Because as you said, each gym has a different one. For me, it was at the beginning. It was, hey, you can't go to certain places, or you can't go here. Oh, you better not do leg locks if you're before a purple belt, or oh no, like so. There was definitely a moment in time where I was like, oh, okay, the energy
So,
shifted.
bel So believe it or not, in the Bronx, right, we have a gym called Jungle Gym Martial Arts.
Hmm.
Shout outs to Jungle Gym, regardless of what happened between us. I do owe a bit of gratitude for what they did show me because I still use it till today. So Master Chim is actually competed in ADCC. He's a black belt under Rob Khan. Um, so
Shout out to
his
Rob
style
Khan.
Shout out to Rob Khan. So his style was kind of like, you know what? The reason why it was so good for me is because me and Master Chim had the same body style, short, stocky, short, stocky. But he was. You remember you watched X-Men back in the day?
Of course.
Remember Puck or Punk? He used to have the purple suit with the big P, and he was just a little butterball, and he rose up into the ball to throw
Yeah,
himself
yeah,
off his chin.
yeah. Yo, that's a deep
Puck,
memory.
yo, Puck
Yo.
motherfucker, yo, Master Chim is fucking puck. Or you know what? Taz from WWE. He looks like fucking Taz. Just like, yo, he walks into the room and he chooses you to roll. You're like, fuck. Like he was that type of dude. So I started there, and then jujitsu gave me a bad taste in the mouth.
Right.
I wasn't feeling jujitsu. I left jujitsu for like 2 years. And then I get a contract in Cali. And then I knew I was gonna be in Cali for a year and a half. So I was like, all right, you know what?
We
I'm
had to.
fat. Shout out to Adam. I talk about him almost every podcast. He's the one who got me into jiu-jitsu, God rest his soul. Um, he's the one who gave me my first jiu-jitsu gi. You know what I mean? Like he got his brown belt from JT Torres. So he was gonna get his black belt on the JT because he was just that good. And he was like, yo, you're fat, bro. You gotta get back to training jiu-jitsu because you looked so much better when you were doing jiu-jitsu. And then I looked up the school, and the first school next to my hotel was 10th Planet Orange, baby. And
Hey,
that's it.
That's
and
how it's supposed
that's
to go,
also
though, bro. You're not the only person to go through that, also, dog. There's plenty of people who go and they feel like they have a bad taste in their mouth from a school. But what I want people to understand, bro, is like, don't let that deter you from going to train somewhere, going to
yeah,
continue your journey, bro. Because everybody, bro,
fact.
I left my first school, bro. Shout out, I got nothing but love. Okay, I got nothing but love for Extreme Gracie in Claremont, bro. I got nothing but love for the people that were there. Okay. We didn't end on the greatest terms. All right, but I got nothing but love for them. All right. I love y'all brought jujitsu into my life. How could I could never repay that. There's
Right.
nothing that I could do, nothing that I could say that could repay them for deciding to open in Claremont, Florida, and bringing this into my life. I'm forever grateful. The bitterness
Amen.
left years ago, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got nothing but love for my boy who passed away. His brother still runs that school, bro. I love them. I love them to death. Like, if they called me right now, I will get in my car and drive over there, you know. But everyone needs to know that just because you have an argument with somebody doesn't mean that you should stop, but you can never see your reflection in boiling water, right? Just because y'all just take a step back, bro. Take a deep breath because it's just y'all just had a disagreement. Go somewhere else and continue to train because that is the importance. This is a pursuit of self growth. People get
Yeah.
caught up in, oh, he's supposed to do this or they're supposed to do, bro. No, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, you should walk into a gym and feel that love, that warmth. You should feel, and if you don't feel that, go train somewhere else because it's impossible. You're never gonna keep all your students.
Yeah, no fact. So my last trip to New York, I went for a weekend a few months ago. Well, I'm gonna say like 6 months ago. I went back to New York for a weekend. I called them. I called the Jungle Gym, and I was like, you know what? I want training, and I don't care where I get it. And I kind of want to see some of the old guys,
Hmm.
regardless if they're gonna try to kill me or not. Like,
Right,
because like not for nothing with Sunday open mats, like I just feel like I'm prepared. Like I know
right, right,
I've
right.
seen the hotheads, I've seen the calm people, I've seen the people who really just want to fight. I can dict. I know
You
the
know the
body
vibe.
language.
You
I
know
know
it.
the vibe. I know
It's
the
the same
vibe. I
everywhere.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I gave them a call. They didn't return my call because they have an answering service or whatever, whatever, whatever. So they didn't return my call. I wasn't able to train, but I say this because I reflect on my jujitsu as much resentment at the time that I had because I was struggling. I couldn't pay bills. I lost my job and I couldn't pay their membership and I was under contract and basically, he didn't want to suspend it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like,
Business is business. Friendship is friendship.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was like it is what it is. I should have known better than to sign a contract that I couldn't keep up with, even though it was a personal like there's
But
not like what can you do?
all that's in the water, dog.
Oh
All
yeah,
that's
yeah.
in
No,
the
but that's
water,
but
dog.
I say that I was to the point where I was like, yo, I want to see Master Chim. I
Right.
want to apologize regardless, even though I didn't say anything that wasn't true or outrageous or anything like that.
Right.
But people are my dogs, they're my dudes, and I really do enjoy. I did enjoy his class. You know what I mean? Like he was a good dude, and it didn't happen. So I was kind of bummed. But then I went to 10th Planet New York City, which is my second
You
home
see
gym.
that? Hey,
You know what I
God put you
mean?
in the
And
right
then it's
place,
like
bro.
it is. I was like, it is what it is. That was fun as fuck, bro. That was fun as fuck. Those were one of the funnest times, bro. Yeah.
But
Open,
sometimes you need to do that though, because sometimes you need to move. If you're like, for example, like for me, my situation was just big fish, a big fish, small pond type thing, in that situation. They're heading more of a striking direction, so I wanted to do my thing. So some people need to make that decision. Hey, some people, some whoever listens to this, somebody out there, if it's you, sometimes it is the correct decision to get up and walk out of the door if your game is not growing. And I'm not talking about ego. I'm talking about if your game is really not, if you're really putting in the effort, if you're really in there training, right? If you're really in there training and you feel like it's a knowledge gap, first try to cross train. If
Yeah.
you can't find what you need, cross training, there's no shame in getting up and going somewhere else to find what you need as a martial artist, bro. Because as long as you don't stop,
As long as you
and
don't stop.
and loyalty, and people are like, loyalty, look, loyalty is important, bro. Loyalty is important, and I do believe that, bro. I was in my first school for 7 years, and then after I left, I went and I got my black belt at only reason I don't go train at Brandon this is all the time is because it's in Tampa. But I it's Fusion and Gracie Brandon, and then anywhere else that I go to teach. That's anywhere that's where it is. That's where I train. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that staying in one spot, the lineage, stuff like that, bro. But you need to, if you want to grow as an athlete, it's a different age now. It's different. People aren't getting shunned for training different places. There's information all over the internet, right? It's a different era, right? So if you're not growing where you're at, guy, and you feel like you're being ignored, okay, get up and go somewhere else. Like it's that
Like
simple.
at the end of the day, look, you're
Yeah,
paying for
bro. It's a
something that
business.
it's a business, and your body is also a business. You know what I
And
mean? If
if
your
it's
body needs
more, and
something
if your
else, it's something else.
relationship is more than business, they won't get hurt. They will love you regardless. Because if someone stops spending bread with me to go learn something else, like I'm not gonna sit here and teach you national championship wrestling. I'll teach you every last detail that I could possibly teach you about leg locks, anything that I could teach in jujitsu, armbar system, whatever I'm good at, I can teach you. I'm not gonna sit here and get hurt that you're going to someone to learn wrestling at a high level. That doesn't make sense. I'm not getting upset that you're gonna go learn striking because I'm not an elite striker. Like I know striking, I'll teach you the fundamentals, I'll teach you how to start. But if you say, okay, I've reached that point where I want to get a little bit more of an advanced look at this specific skill set, you should be able to go do that without the other person. Because if it was really more than money, that's what I mean about the school, right? If you're in the right school, then you won't really need to leave that school. Be like, okay, I'm gonna go train here, but I only want to get promoted through this guy. That's how you create students that do that.
I've never ran into a black belt like that. Thank God, that really had a big problem with cross training. And I
Not
thank
so much
God that
anymore,
I
bro.
did it. And I thank God that I did, because I mean, I know of gyms, like I've visited gyms, but like
Hmm.
me personally, I wouldn't pay if I know it's like that. I ain't paying money to go there. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
just not
facts.
going there. You know what I mean? Like I'm too my time is money. Like I'm not wasting my time. I like good vibes. If the jujitsu is there, it's, you know what? I'd rather go to a mom and pop spot. You know, one of those, the black belt is semi decent. He's not all that thing, but maybe his fundamentals are there. I'd rather spend 3 months in that school than deal with someone else who's on top of my ass when I'm paying you. Like, get the fuck off my ass. Like, you're not my fucking father. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
Right.
I don't have time. I don't have time for that. Like, if I want to do jujitsu, I'm gonna do jujitsu wherever the fuck I want to do jujitsu. As Are you getting your money? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And guess what? If they're teaching better, the point of jujitsu is to get better. If you know there's another instructor that teaches better than you know that it's already there.
It's okay. It's
It's okay.
okay, bro. Tell them to get over it. It's all
I
right.
would
It's
listen, I'm gonna
okay.
say this right. If I open the gym today, I could only say I can give you the fundamentals, the best of my abilities, but there's a certain level, and that's what people have to keep in mind. Like, you know what level you're at.
When you're not
I
great,
know
delegate. When you're
if
not
I
great, delegate, man. Get your help.
if I can't give you that black belt feel, then you need to go to a black. I've taught you everything that I can. Go get more. It's okay. You know what I mean? You're gonna get better. And guess what? What if you win ADCC? What are you gonna say? Yo, I owe it all to my coach right now. And yo, shout out to C Tech from fucking night from 2015 when he taught me three moves that I still use to today. I'm a part of the journey. Like, be a part of someone's journey, regardless if it's not yours.
bro. And you're learning that way to go into different environments and prosper, bro. Because like I said, I've been into so many different gyms and made friends, bro, from all over Florida, bro. I could drop countless names for gyms, bro, from Fusion to Breaking Point and Apopka and Charlie, bro. Like incredible people to Cogito and all the people there, to Dark Wolf, to freaking OGC, to all these different. You should be able to have a network of people like that. You should be able to have a community of people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but man,
Never burn, like, if you don't need to burn a bridge, don't burn a bridge. You know what I
exactly,
mean? Like, if it
exactly.
doesn't need to happen, don't happen. And that goes for the black belt and that goes for the student as well. If you don't have to burn a bridge, don't burn the bridge. You know what I mean? If they're not grown up enough to understand that it's my time to go, then that's your problem. That's not my problem. I did my
100%.
part. I told you how I feel. I did my part. The end. The end.
No, for real, bro.
Fuck 'em. All right, yo. So this is a great conversation, by the way, because just the fact that we're able to just like literally talk jujitsu. Like, by the way, everybody, there's no motherfucking script. You know what I mean? Wait,
Yeah, there is no script, bro. There
you
shouldn't
know
be.
what? Let me ask you this, Jay. Does it look like I'm looking down at you, or it looks like, which one do you see me in? One or
No, I
two?
see you straight. I see you
One
straight ahead.
straight ahead. This one?
No, this way. I see the
This way.
mic in front. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So laptop it is. I don't know. Whatever. So I created this podcast and to get into the minds of a competitor.
Okay.
Um, so I'm known for three questions, but the first question I'm gonna ask you: have you ever asked someone to roll and you paid? I mean, not act. Have you ever talked shit to someone and you paid the price with an L?
Have I? Okay, so if anybody
Call
knows me,
somebody out. Have you ever called somebody out and paid the ultimate price with an L? There you go.
called somebody out in competition and paid the price? Never.
Doesn't matter.
I've
Doesn't
never
matter.
called. I've never called somebody out in competition and lost. That
Okay.
I will never call somebody. I'm very wise about that. Have I talked smack to somebody and gotten just demolished before? Absolutely,
Please.
absolutely, bro.
We
I've
just want one story. One
one
story.
story, one
You
story,
have
bro.
too many to choose from.
No, I mean, hey, man, honestly early. I think it was early in my jujitsu career. There was this gentleman that came down from Marcelo Garcia's school. His name was Tyga, right? Yes, like the rapper, dog.
Like the
He
rapper.
comes in, bro.
Okay.
Yes, like the rapper. So, I took over this the school down in Claremont this is back when I was at Extreme. I was like a blue belt. This guy comes in. I'm working the front desk. 'Cause, he comes in. He's like, "Oh, I'm a purple belt. I'm visiting from up north." Right, and he says something, and I'm just like, I'm brushing him off, bro, and I'm talking smack to him, right, and I'm feeling like, and I'm just like, brushing him off all the way, bro, and he says something about, and I was very like, oh, you're just not gonna take me down, it's not gonna happen how you think it's gonna happen. um he's like, okay, well, jiu-jitsu is different, but we just get into an argument, so we do get into a little bit of a heated discussion. Bro, this guy practically cleaned the floor with me. This guy practically cleaned the floor with me from up there, bro. That Marcelo Garcia stuff was real deal Holyfield, bro. It was real deal Holyfield, and it was one of those humbling moments for me that I realized that, man, these upper belts are actually playing with me. They're actually playing with me. They're giving me chances to work, right? So I try not to do too much trash talk. Unless I could back it up. Now I'm a little bit more confident with it. I'll say that now. Now I'm a little bit more swaggy with it, a little more confident in that. But moments like that, but that's one of those moments that definitely, outside of when I first started and got beat up by a 16-year-old, that was probably the most prevalent moment that I realized that I was like, okay, maybe I need to chill out. Just because I won a few competitions doesn't mean that, I won a few local tournaments. I thought I was king of the pond.
Yeah. No, I mean, but that goes with the territory. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
your head gets just a little bit bigger, but then your body starts to catch up, and it's
right,
like,
right.
calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, um, funny story about a Marcelo guy. So I was training with Miami guys with Damian Maya's school. I went back home. I went to New York to do a contract, and Damian goes to Marcelo's. So I go to Marcelo's. You know what I mean? Like I want him to see, hey, I'm one of your students and one of your,
Right.
affiliates, you know. So I get to meet fucking Damien. I get to see Marcelo. I get to train with the Marcelo guys and everybody else who was there. Um, fucking what's this dude's? What's their black belt's name? That Gordon heel hooked them, mad fucking
Which
quick.
one, Mateus, Denise?
Tay is Denise. Denise. So Denise is there, and I get to roll with Denise, and it was a good roll. He smashed me. He smashed
Right.
me like there's nothing. He smashed me. But at least I was able to move. It wasn't like it was total domination 20, the whole 5 minutes. It was more like he would get in a really dominant position. I get the fuck out. Now we're doing a little something. Then he passes my guard. I get out. Guard retention it was a good roll. And at the end, he was like, "Yo, that was a great motherfucking role." And I was like, "Yo, I appreciate that because coming from you, motherfucker, like that's lit." You know what I mean, bro? Why did I roll with Damien? That's another monster in itself. His arm drag is the only arm drag I do now is Damien's arm drag. I learned it from Daniel Perez in Miami. I got to feel it firsthand, and it was fucking stupid. It was ridiculous. I don't do any other arm drag other than the Damian Maya arm drag.
Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, you telling that story right there. I'm sorry. I take my last story back. I take it back. Wagner Rocha at Fight Sports in Miami. I thought that I was gonna go down there and they split the room up into two different sections. We did the wrestling part that we went for sparring. They moved me into the other section, right? I go with Wagner. I thought that I was gonna go out there and I was like, I'm going to heel hook him. Let's go. Bro, he took my back like 47 times, bro. I was so that is yo, that story reminded me of it, bro. And to this day, I don't do certain things because I don't want to expose. Bro, what? Come on, bro. Like you have those experiences that are necessary, and that's one of them, right there, dog.
I
Oh,
don't
that's
do any
insane.
other arm drag than that Damian Maya arm drag. It was just it and until this day, like when every arm drag that I hit is the Damian Maya arm drag. Like I don't need anything. I like it's just fucking bananas. It really is. It's really fucking good. All right. So that was the all right. So now it's time for the highs and lows of jujitsu. So
Highs and lows.
in your jujitsu career, what is your high in jujitsu?
My high in jujitsu, as in ever.
Whatever you feel like it's a high. What is your high in jujitsu?
My high in jujitsu, bro. There's multiple wins where I feel like I've achieved the same level of high. I mean, there was a time, and it wasn't even the biggest tournament. It was just more of just the way that I felt. I went through blue belt, through purple belt. I went I'd say brown belt. I went like 30 and 15 or something like that, and only got submitted like four times. I was going in and just everything that I felt was just it was confident. I just felt good. And that was going in, man. I won fight to win in 59 seconds. I went
Mm.
and I was winning. I was winning. It was my first time going out there and just catching subs quickly, going into tournaments, going like MMAC, going in there having 8 matches and getting 7 subs, and grappling industries doing the same thing, clearing that out. But ADCC Open, bro. Bronze is probably getting the bronze there was probably, I guess, a high, right? That was good. That was the biggest tournament that I feel like I have won. I've won a bunch of copas and stuff, but just that run, when you're on a run, that feeling, bro, is just intoxicating, dog. Intoxicating. It's irreplaceable. This it's that run is probably my high. Second was after my grandfather died, and I went on submission grappling series, my first main event, and then I was able to beat that Brian Conforti guy. I mean, it's not he was a brown belt at the time or whatever, but he was a no gi grappler. He was some the champion at XFN or something grappling. I went in there and I was able to handle him pretty quickly. Um, After my grandfather passed away, so that moment was pretty special for me. So those are the only two things that I would say highs, because other than that, I try to keep it real consistent. I try not to overthink what I'm doing. You know,
Oh, oh, oh. So that's the high of jiu-jitsu. What is your low in jiu-jitsu?
my low. Sheesh. I think the low in jiu-jitsu is there's a couple times where I have went into a match and just made a stupid mistake and lost it. I'd say my lowest, and honestly, this disappoints me, and this is something I don't share very often. But it kills me. My loss at High Rollers, bro. My loss at High Rollers and my losses at Trials eat me alive.
Yeah.
That's my low. That's my low. The reason being that that's my low is because I made simple mistakes leading up to it that could have been prevented. This past trials, I missed weight, bro, by point 0.7 pounds, and I got disqualified.
Fuck. Fuck.
I stopped sweating in the sauna. I tried everything that I could, but I tell you what, I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses because that's my fault because there could have been some time in camp that I could have ran an extra mile. There could have been some time in camp where I could have said no to a piece of food, right? And those things like that directly correlated. So the lows for me in jujitsu, I guess this is a low, is like every time that in these experiences the same feeling occurs. And that feeling is that I did something leading up to it. So I guess the low for jujitsu, that's my low, man, is like when I feel that I didn't do enough. Like that missing weight, that was my low, I guess. That had that I can't even think of anything else now that I said that. Like literally, because that just happened. It was recently. That's why I'm really pumped for West Coast trials. So and that's 10 years in. So 10 years in, I feel like that's the lowest I've ever felt. Because prior to that, it was high rollers. I got my back taken in by some guy who did not need to take my back at all. Like embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing. Embar to this day, that's my that loss is my low, bro. I'm just like, man, I don't know if there was too much weed in the air, bro. My little brother was there watching and everything, dog. I was just embarrassing, bro. Flew out to Cali, got embarrassed. But
First round?
out, yes, bro. On some nonsense, bro. I hate getting knocked out in the first round. It makes me feel like a chump. Makes me feel like a chump. But other than outside of competition, missing my weight for the first time this past trials was the lowest point for me.
Yeah, because that's just more than just a physical error. You know what I mean? Like that
For
it's
sure.
just more that comes out. So but even regardless, sometimes your body just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like cutting weight, a lot of people like I can cut 10 pounds, no problem. But if you tell me to cut 20, I don't know if I can do it. After 15, like, you know what I mean? It's just like one, you're depleting your body. You might not be able to perform to your top advantage. So it's like, fuck. Like, but what am I supposed to do? Just keep going against giants? No, motherfucker. Take your time, lower your weight. If this is talking to me, not to you. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just it's hard, bro,
It
and
was
it's
just
hard.
it was a lapse. It was a lapse. But you know what? these little things teach you something for the future. Now you know you would never put yourself in a position where you're going to be close to that. Now I
I'll
know
be
that
ready
you were probably
before. I'll be
tracking.
ready way
Yeah,
before,
exactly.
bro. Like
Exactly.
I'm not playing
Exactly.
around with that, bro.
You
Cause
were
I have
you
to
were
look at
probably
myself in the mirror. That's the thing. I have to look at myself in the mirror. So I believe that there's gonna be multiple. Jiu-jitsu is not just the, oh, there's gonna be a jiu-jitsu low, bro. Jiu-jitsu is full of lows, bro, and it's full of highs. For every high,
yep.
there's gonna be a low. Every single belt I've had a plateau. Every single belt I've had a breakthrough that I needed to figure out. It's just how the game goes, bro. It's how the cookie crumbles.
Legit. This is a fucking good combo. I'm trying to there's so many questions I want to ask you, but what was all right, so you said you finished somebody in 40 seconds on Fight to Win?
59, yeah, so under a minute, yeah.
59. Under a minute. Heel hook,
Yes,
inside outside.
I was an Ashi, so outside.
Outside. Ooh. I think you know what? Like I know personally inside heel hook will completely explode your knee, but there's something about the outside heel hook. If you can get it, like I don't know, I just feel like it's like inside it's like a guarantee. Like you just get everything right. It's that's a
It's the
rights. You know what I
bazooka.
mean?
The inside heel hook is the bazooka of jiu-jitsu. You don't have to have 1,000% great technique, but you could still finish it. Outside heel hook, you have to get that right, bro. Outside heel hook, if you're not in the right spot, some guys will just look at you.
Or just roll out of it. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like if you don't do it right,
right.
if you don't do it right, especially outside, they're just gonna roll out of it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not your ashi's off, you're not tight on the hip. You know what I mean? On the thigh. You know what I mean? Like all those factors come into play for the outside heel hook. You know what I mean? I I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. What's your favorite submission?
My favorite submission, currently or just all time?
Both.
Currently, a straight ankle.
Okay.
Currently, a straight ankle is my favorite. But my favorite submission is always going to be an armbar. It was the first one that I learned. It's the first one I learned. I love armbars. And that's something that people don't know. The first 2 years, 3 years I did jujitsu, all I was using was armbars. That's it. That's all I would catch people with. Armbars and triangles. That's it. Basics. I love that's the traditional submission for me, bro. That's what helped me. That's what got me to fall in love with like jujitsu. Think about it. Just learning how to armbar someone was so cool. Nicholas, the I used to learn from, before he died, bro. That's all he would do is armbars. We would practice armbar after armbar after armbar. So favorite of all time, I love armbars. But current and that's funny coming from a leg locker. That's funny coming from a
I
leg
was gonna
locker,
say
right?
something, but I was like, yeah, it's all
Yeah,
right.
it's funny coming from a leg locker, right? Currently though, my favorite submissions are straight ankles. Obviously, I show much love to heel hooks since I made a living off leg locks and heel hooks. But what it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Every leg lock
yeah.
is has the same mechanics as an armbar. Y'all,
My
people.
whole thing. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was like, people just think they could just twist off somebody's leg and they forget to apply their hips. Bro, learn an armbar the correct way and use the same hip pressure on a leg, and you're gonna find that a lot more legs are breaking.
Mm, mm. Yeah, me. I was always fat. Never could triangle people. Now I'm hitting triangles. So
That's what I. Hey,
I'm
that's good.
I'm in love with triangles right now. You know what I mean? Like just oh, it's just something there. You know what I mean? Like it's I've never been able to do it before. So one, it's an accomplishment for myself that I'm able to actually close up a triangle. Because I swear to God, if I couldn't get it like to here of my ankle, that was awesome. You know what I mean? And now I'm able to literally close it off. And it's like
It's all
now
angles,
it's like
bro. I tell people all the time, it's all angles. If you,
oh
it does,
no, my
bro,
thigh
it's
no
all
dog,
angles.
my thighs were disgusting, dog. Like my thighs were like no, I'm not even front, yo. My
Oh my
thighs had
god.
so much fat that you would, if I put you in a fake triangle, you're tapping because my fat is covering your face. It wasn't even the pressure. I wasn't choking you. I was smothering you with my thighs. You know what I mean? Like that's how bad it was. And now it's like, no, like now I got it. And now I understand why people love triangles. You know what I mean? It's my shit.
It's closed circuit. It's the ultimate closed circuit. You can get everything from there. And you can get triangles from everywhere. Back triangle, bro. Leg locks are just pretty much triangles. Also, inside senkaku, inside triangle
So
of the leg.
the Cuban, so you were born in South Florida?
I was born in Miami. Yeah,
You were born in Miami. Okay. All right. So you're really Dale. You're really Mr. 305.
I love it. Hey, I love that city, bro.
Mr. 305, Dale.
Yeah, with better hair, with better hair.
Yo, I call Jay the Antonio Banderas of Jiu-Jitsu.
That's hysterical. I could see it. Jason Valle, I love you, but you have the second best hair in jiu-jitsu.
Oh.
Second best hair. This
Oh.
is right here, bro. It's all right here. You know, I have to let it down for you, dog. I got nothing but love for you, but you know.
Dog. Dog. I don't Oh
It's
man,
okay. I'm
I
gonna have
think
to answer for that. He's gonna beat me up. He might just beat me up later. It's okay.
we're gonna do the grinding jiu-jitsu hairstyle contest.
Hairstyle. Just put a dual screen and have people vote.
I will put up a poll. Yo,
Oh
Jay,
man.
this was an absolute pleasure. Um, what time is it? 9:30.
My
Man,
goodness,
we've
bro.
been
We've
on,
been
yo,
flying,
dog,
bro.
we've
We've
been
been
on
on
for an
for a
hour
minute,
and a
bro.
half. Hour,
Hey,
you know what? We're gonna give these listeners a part two. All
yeah,
right, because we're
please.
gonna have to do this next year.
For sure,
And
bro.
we have to do this again, especially after a few of our tournaments. Maybe we can go back to back and talk about each of our tournaments and see like how we've been doing. And we give our listeners a little
Bro, that
bit
would
of
be incredible,
perspective.
bro. I'm down for
Yeah,
that, bro, because this has been a great conversation, dog. I
you,
really enjoy your
great
viewpoints.
conversation.
I really enjoy
I
your
I
viewpoints.
enjoy I enjoy just talking shit and talk about jujitsu without like, I don't know, like I don't want it to be an interview, but I want it to be a conversation interview. Like
It
we'll
should
learn
be a
about you as
conversation,
you
bro.
talk. We'll learn
Exactly,
about
bro.
you while
Hey,
we
and that
talk.
gives you more time. We'll come on more, bro. We'll come on again, and then I get to know more about you, bro. Because I got a different look on you as a person today too. So
Of course.
bro, thank you for having me on, bro. Shout
Yeah,
out
no, it was an
to
absolute
everyone.
pleasure.
Shout out to everyone we've been shouting out to. Grinding Jiu Jitsu podcast. Hey, doing this thing over here. So make sure y'all
Yo,
show
I
love and
appreciate it.
support. Share it up. Share it up. Share it up.
Please, please,
Much love to all the
please,
people.
please.
Shout out to Central Florida Jiu Jitsu, all my schools, Fusion, Gracie Brandon, you know what I'm saying? Breaking Point, all my training partners, much love, all my sponsors, you know that. Love.
I'm gonna have to do the same. Yo, shout out to Fast Pressure Washing. If you're in the Orlando area, please look at the not the comments, the details of this flyer when it comes out
They
and
do
get
great work.
they do great work. They did my house. I'm not only I'm only a spokesperson. I'm also a client. Um, they do great work. Pressure Pass, Pressure Washing, and also shout out to Ant versus Evil Designs, who designs the flyers now officially for the Grind and Jiu Jitsu podcast. I appreciate you guys and all the hard work that you do. I appreciate you having giving me an opportunity to kind of represent your company and doing something that I represent for you, just like you represent for me. I appreciate everybody. And that's all for today on the Grind the Jiu-Jitsu podcast with Mr. J. Enoch, the Latin sensation, the Mr. Dale 305 up in the Orlando area.
La Candela.
His his Instagram will be posted on this. He's also going to be a collaborator on Instagram. Stay tuned for more episodes. Please like, comment, subscribe, and keep grinding jujitsu. Us.
Much love. God bless.
We're out in three, two,